everyone, I'm Danshke Terachi, and an international language instructor. Virtually, it is happy to say that I have made up my mind to start the brand new programs for you with a view to enhance your English knowledge as much as possible. So I have made the latest programs that introduce you to develop your listening skill. In fact, I'm willing to start these listening programs by presenting a fiction on the screen before you start listening. According to the best of my knowledge, the fiction is very much helpful to you to get the better understanding, and also you are supposed to be find the answer at the end. As far as I'm convinced that you can definitely develop your listening skill than you expect. I wish you all the very best. It is time for you to enjoy the listening practice. Thank you very much.
Now I'm going to the forward equation. There are the four answers I can mention, that out of them you have to choose the best answer. The question is, the people at the rightest table decided to leave the dining room because answer number 1 is the ship was turning round rather violently. Answer number 2 is the chief engineer had already left. Answer number 3 is a man had been seen floating in the sea. Answer number 4 is they could not continue their meal in peace. Now you can listen to listening comprehension. We first became aware that something unusual was happening when one of the ship's officers came out to the chief engineer, who sat at our table, and he spoke to him in a low voice. The chief engineer at once stood up and with a brief excuse, which told us nothing, left the dining room. At first we thought that there had been an accident or that a fire had broken out on the board ship. But soon the word went round that a man had been seen floating in the sea. Then we noticed that the ship had slowed down and was beginning to turn round with rather a violent motion. Some of the passengers did not wait to finish their meal, but at once rushed up on deck. Others crowded around the portholes, making it impossible for us to eat in comfort. There was such a confusion in the dining room that we decided to join those who had gone up on deck. There we learned that one of the crew had seen a man in the sea, some distance from the ship. He had informed the captain, who at once ordered the ship to be turned around. We were now only 200 yards or so from the man, and a lifeboat had already been lowered into the sea. In it there were 4 sailors who were sitting ready at the oars, an officer and the ship's doctor. The officer shouted an order, and the sailors began to row away from the ship. By looking in the same direction and the boat was going, we were able to make out the position of the man in the water. He was clinging to a larger piece of wood. At last, after what seemed to us an age, the lifeboat reached the man, and the two of the sailors pulled him on board. This was not at all easy, for the sea was rather rough. Then the sailors began to row back to the ship again. The lifeboat was raised out of the water, and the rescued man, wrapped in a blanket, was held out onto the deck. Leaning on the arm of the ship's doctor, but still able to walk in spite of his terrible experience, he was led off to the ship's hospital. As he passed along the deck, everyone cheered loudly.
Thank you very much for watching my video, and please be the kind enough to subscribe to the channel Dhanushka TRGFC ML and click on the bell icon to get the latest videos soon. Have you again.